So today, everybody's gonna see what I've been doing. So inside this little green thing is a big old pork, and it's been cooking on there since about 1 o'clock or so, and I'm gonna show you how to finish it up. So this is Glenn's big green egg with the big old pork butt. So first thing we're gonna do is, this thing's been sitting on here with temperature at about 250 to 225 to 275 and kind of been oscillating around. And I'm gonna pull this sucker out of here and I'm gonna give it some loving, and then I'm gonna put it back. So here's my pork. You can see how it's kind of getting dark on the outside. That's good. That's the stuff doing its thing. It's getting all caramelized with the rub I put on it before. This is my favorite meat picker upper. I've never dropped a meat with that, so we're gonna move that over here. We're gonna shut this thing down so it doesn't lose too much heat. We're gonna adjust the little camera so you can see what I'm doing over here in the magic zone. So this is where the final touches are gonna be put on the meat. And so what we're going to do is I've been squirting this meat, spraying it, squirting, whatever you want to call it, with a 50% red wine vinegar water mixture. I've been squirting about every hour since about 1 o'clock. That helps keep it moist and is a good thing. No one likes dry meat. So we're just squirting some more of that on there. Then we're going to add a little bit of more rubbing to it. We're just going to throw it on there, just put some little freshen on there, do all that. You can see my neighbor decides he's going to start his blower right when I'm making my video. That's lovely. So there's that. I'm going to flip this thing over. I'm going to pat this down because I want those seasonings to stay on. Ooh, that's hot. Put that on there. Ooh, that is a good looking chunk of meat. Put a little bit more of this on there. Ooh, that's some spicy stuff. Oh, by the way, if you didn't catch my first video, this is the Bad Byron's butt rub. And it says a little bit of butt rub makes everything better. So I tend to agree with that. That's my cliche. Take it and run with it. I'm going to check the temperature of this meat, just kind of see where it's at. Based on this thing, it's at 160 or so, 150, 147, 44, 42. But it's got a ways to go. You want that center temperature to be about 180, so it's got to, when you're done, so it's got to go about 30 more degrees. Now we're getting to where we're going to be doing some serious cooking. So I'm going to wrap this thing up nice and tight in aluminum foil, and you want to put about 3 layers of foil on this. You don't want any of that moisture getting out of there. So I say, if you have to use the rest of the roll, you use the rest of the roll. You just wrap it and wrap it some more. You don't want that aluminum foil to rip. That's why you need the layers. Now you can get some bigger aluminum foils, but I don't have that. I got this. So I gotta do I gotta come from different angles and make sure that I don't lose any moisture when that's cooking. I'm gonna throw this turd back on there. The same turd, big old piece of meat. So anyway, I'm gonna go one more time, 90 degrees from where I went before. 90 degrees means across the other way, by the way, in case you don't know that. So if you notice, when I wrapped this thing, I first had a double layer wrap on the bottom. I folded it up this way. Then I came across this way with it and flipped the meat over, came across this way with it. And I flipped it over again, and I went across that way. So this thing should be pretty good and sealed. Now, I'm gonna go back over here to my grill and show you what magic I got going on here some more. So, we're gonna go mobile here. one of the things that I did when I started cooking, you know, I'm not going to leave this open too long, I'll lose too much heat. But you can see in there, there's some stuff floating around in that wood. Well, you want to know what that is? That's apples and onions. So that is going to be giving my meat some flavor. And when I pull this thing off, in probably about another 2 hours, we're going to have us some pork nachos.